Hi everybody, this is Cindy over at paper.old.new. Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you stopped by. I am always curious when I see haul videos what everybody did with the stuff after they got it in and they put it away and they decided what to do with it. I don't know if I'm the only one, and I don't see a lot of these videos out there, so I'm just going to throw this up and see what happens. Also, at the end of this video, I finally started a little golden book, guys, so I'm going to show you my first signature where it stands, and that'll be at the end of this video. If you watched my latest haul videos, in one of my American Rescue Workers hauls, I hauled this book, which, as you can see, I have removed the text block from. And in my Goodwill video, I hauled these books, which you can see I took the text block out of. Look at them. I still say they are so cute. And then this one that I have also taken the text block out of. Now, I told you, as cute as this book was, I was going to cut it up, guys, and I did. So let me show you where I'm at with these books. We'll start with this one, just because I have tons of pages, the color pages, all torn up. And then I took all of the pages in the back near the index that were like this manila color. And this is just index page. So this will go in my, like where I put all my dictionary pages and all that. This will just go in with all that to be torn up and used in collage. So that's where that is at the moment. Now, I took all of these pages and I ripped them up. So I have all of these strips. If it's in a strip like this, I'm using it for text, for collage. So I have all of this torn up and ready to be used in whatever collage it ends up being used in. And then I have these little strips that were in there. I went through and I looked at pictures. So I have some black and white pictures that I thought were kind of neat. Like that's a picture of a family. It's old. That's a picture of a bear hugging a turkey. It's something Russian. And then this is a picture to me that looked kind of like a stamp. Okay, so I did a lot of this, and then I was going to show you guys, this is what my thought was. See these portrait pictures like this? So if I take these stamp scissors and I say, trim the edges, like so. Voila, a faux stamp, ready to go. All I have to do is stamp a number on there to make it look like it's got money or something. Or I could stick it in some dye. You know how some stamps like this is a Tim Holtz stamp. It's not an actual stamp. But see how that one's red? So I could dye these or whatever. But there you go. It's a ready-made faux stamp. And I cut these strips out with the intention of having a ton of faux stamps. So I have those all ready to go. Some of the longer ones like this might get turned into some kind of a ticket with some, I might, you know, that looks like an arena or some sort of, actually I think it's Vatican City, but it kind of looks like an arena or a theater or something, and I might put admit 1 on here and make it a ticket. But anyway, so that's where I was with tearing up the back of this book. Now, I have already torn up, and I didn't bring those into my filming area to show you, but the front of this book, the first 3 parts of this book were color pages with all kinds of pictures from the beginning of man on down onto modern times of whenever this was printed. So I wanted to show you, like, I cut a picture out. I've cut several pictures out, but I cut this picture out. So this is something I've done with one of them. This was a picture that was in this book. As you can see, it looks kind of like a magazine page. So there were like 3 big sections of these kind of pictures and lots of text to go with it, but that's all been torn up. And I took the magazine page and I put it on a piece of craft paper from this book. Remember, this was accidentally in my Goodwill bag. My mother gave it to me. Asked me if I could use it. And look, I've used it already. So I glued this piece down, and then I added a few little embellishments. And then I put on the back, I caused part of it to look like a postcard. And look, we could put our little faux stamp guy there. And then I put a belly band on here, and I made the mistake of putting the belly band on after I put the pad down, so you can see the belly band there. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I haven't decided if I want to put another piece of paper on there. It's getting kind of thick, or just leave it, stickers or something. And then this flips. So that's what I've done with one of the pictures. This was one idea. A lot of the pictures in that book lend themselves to postcards like that, because they're just pictures of scenery and mountains and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's very postcard oriented pictures that I saved, or it's like artwork, stuff like that. So that's what's been done with this book so far. It's been broken down and taken apart. This little craft book, I actually have all these little cards, these cut aparts from scrapbook kits. Again, I just, because the backs of them were white, and I mean, I don't mind white, but it looks so stark against everything else when you're trying to when you ink things and make things look old. So it looks so stark. So I glued them to this paper for the purpose of, when I cut it out, the back of it can be a journaling card. Tuck it in a pocket, ready to go journaling card, maybe put a stamp on the back for decoration. And there you go. So I have a bunch of these glued in here. Just little tags and things that I can cut out later. So that's what this craft paper book is being used as, a glue book to be cut up later. All right, and then we had this book, and I've done quite a bit with it. So I have all of this journaling paper, like this. So that's double-sided journaling paper. And then I have blank paper, which I could collage on or whatever. It's nice and sturdy. It's almost a cardstock. So it's a nice thick paper that can be collaged on, especially since the backs are blank. This would be fun to collage actually on the white side and have that as your back. That's fun. But yeah, this is just a ton of journaling paper. So there's a few where I cut a picture. I did have to make choices, guys. That's the one thing about these books. When you find all these cute pictures and you have to make choices, this one, I don't think I made this choice. I think I saw the picture here because it was the way the pages went. And I went, oh, I want that. And I cut it out, and then I flipped it over and I went, oh no. So yeah, that happened to me a couple of times while I was doing this. So I got all this journaling paper, which I haven't cut up. It's going to be used as, like I said, collage board and stuff like that. But I did manage to salvage some pictures. So I have pictures like this. And I think they're really cute. I haven't decided what to do about the corners, because I think the corners are cute. But I don't know if I'm actually going to keep the corners as they are. Maybe I'll cut it closer and keep less of the corner. I can't decide on that. So I have lots of those kind of pictures. I have a few that are cut out completely. I love this. It looks like a journaling table to me. You know, sitting there with your coffee and your scrapbook and your journal and just going to town. So yeah, a journaling journal. That's funny. Okay. I'm tired. But yeah, just see how I had to cut the back of the front of a picture. But I thought these girls doing Ring Around the Rosie were so cute. Strip collages that I've seen people do in videos I wanted to try. So I'm always on the lookout for material for that. That's journaling paper. Look at her. It says, "Oh, happy day." Isn't she cute with the wedding cake? She's poking her finger in it and stealing some icing. And then we have, "I love you, old bear." And this one is, there is always one moment in childhood when the door opens and lets the future in. And then this is one of my favorites. Just because, you know, aging is not for the weak. That's a family picture. I thought that was really cute. We are always the same age inside. So, like, even though we age, we're not. I feel that way sometimes. I feel like I'm still in my 20s or something. Sometimes. I don't know why I kept this. Maybe I was going to do on this side and... I don't know. This one I fussy cut. So I loved this image, but I think I cut part of it. I wanted something that was on the back. Wait, this looks like the other side of it. So let's see what it was that I wanted that was on the back. Oh, these two little girls standing by this old car. That's actually where that picture ended. So I didn't cut that off. But this was in this picture up here. Like that. So it fit like that. So I cut them out very carefully. I may have trimmed it a little bit just so I could get more of this chair. And then I fussy cut around here, and I thought it would look cute in a journal as a tuck spot. All cut out like that. So yeah, that's what I did with that. Some of them I was able to salvage something from both sides, and then some of them just got, you know, I mean, I had to make some sacrifices and decide what I wanted. So that's where I stand on this. I haven't really done anything with the pages yet. When I sit down and do some collage masterboards, this paper is I'm definitely gonna sit down and use it. So that's where we are with that one. And then, guys, this book. Do we remember the babies? All of the babies. I said I was gonna cut this book up. Well, I did. And here's some pages that the pictures were just too big to cut up. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I mean, oh my goodness. These babies are so cute. So, I got a lot out of this book, actually. I have 3 of these big baggies full of stuff. So, you can see I folded one to make like a band. You stick something here to hold it down. Actually, I made 2 of those. There's 2 in this bag. I turned one the other way. So I have one with the watermelons in and one with the watermelons out. Because that's what those are. But I have this is all the scraps, all the strips and stuff that got cut off and not used when I was trimming down the pictures. So there's all kinds of, look, there's a strip of sunflowers. I'm telling you guys, I get certain subjects in my head and I can't get them out. So that's like a scrap bag of stuff from that book. And then this is the other scrap bag. Oh my gosh, what did I do with the... I was going to say, did I not bring the actual pictures down? Now this is mostly white scraps, but I have a few things in here I want to cut out. So like, I love these little chickens and these little strawberries. And I don't know if you can see them in the bag, these little pansies. So I saved a few of these like watercolor-ish looking illustrations that I really liked. And the rest of it is just white scrap paper, which may or may not get used in clusters and strips and stuff like that. I know that's not the most exciting, but here you go, guys. Look at this. So here it was. Look at her. I am in love with all of these. Now, some of them I had to make sacrifices, guys, because the papers were, there were pictures on the backs of pictures. But remember the page with all the flower pots? I can cut the edges on these and make tags out of them. I can make giant tickets out of them. I can just glue them in the book as they are and make tuck spots out of them. There's some bears and these 2 little girls. I can make postcards out of them. Look at her picking her vegetables. Here's all the little daisy faces. I mean, I cut them into groups. I wasn't sure what I would do with them. I might make some large faux stamps out of some of them. Look at her peeking out of her bucket. I had trouble cutting it up, but in the same token, I was so excited to get stuff out of this book to use. And there were some that I looked at and I had to have specific ones over top of other ones. So when I looked at both sides, I was like, no, I absolutely have to have. It usually had to do with a face one of the kids was making, or, you know, how they were peeking around a corner or something like that. That one's just sleeping in his watermelon. So, and I got this little baby bird. So, but I'm not going to go through this whole bag with you because I went through the book with you. So you saw all the pictures. If you want to see, I mean, I don't know if there's specific ones that you wanted to see what I did with it. The marigolds, I did cut them out as borders. I don't know how I'm going to use these. I cut them out in blocks. And I think I even have the words. Marigolds make happy borders mostly. Because I'm not so sure I'm not going to find a way to use. I just love that page as it was. And look at these. I love these in their little cans. Those old vintage cans. So I know I said I'm not going to go through the whole bag. But there were some in here that I just couldn't help showing you. I was looking for the ones with the... There's a ton in here, guys. I was looking for the teapot. Can't seem to find it. But the teapot was really cute, too. But it looks like I'm out of luck. Because short of spilling all of this out of here and going through every single picture, I can't find it. I did save this. When stocking up for winter, remember to gather enough for a friend. I just thought that was cute. It went next to that giant squirrel page that I can't cut up because he's just too big. Look at these little, in their flower box. I don't know, guys. But, yeah, I saved this, and I was able to get the teapot and there was a page with a teapot, a pitcher, and a watering can. And I think I was able to save all three and get something off the back. So I have all those cut out. Now, while I was messing around with my practice book, I practiced another cluster. Can you see her? She was in the side of one of those stacked clay or terracotta strawberry pots. And she's hugging the side of the pot. So I cut her out in her little cup of the pot. And I put her in because her colors fit with the tag I was doing. So I just thought that was really, really cute. So anyway, that is what I've done with these three books so far. It's been a lot of fun. It has not been easy, obviously, cutting up some of these because, I mean, the book wasn't made to cut up. So it had pictures, like I said, there was a picture on one side and a picture on the other, and I had to make choices. I did find a few... Look, sunflowers, guys. I found sunflowers. I found him. I think this is the same baby. I don't know. And then these two. And then this one. And then these guys. And actually, I feel like that one in the middle of this pot, or no, maybe this one on the end, is that same baby. But anyway, I got these, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if I cut these, 6, 7, 8, so I can put 2 babies in each sunflower journal, which I thought would be a lot of fun. So I know everything in that journal is going to end up having sunflowers on it. I'm such a mess. Okay, now, I do have some of the color pages from that. Oh, I found this mat that I was going to stick stuff to. This is an adhesive. This is adhesive cardstock. So you peel this off, and then I figured since it's adhesive on this side, I just stick something to it, and then it's backed with cardstock. especially some of these thinner pages. You know, so you've got stuff like this out of this book. Look, here's a skull. Pull it out for a Halloween journal. Some Egyptian stuff. There's a rug or a tapestry. Here's an advertisement or the front of a book. But there's all kinds of, I'm not going to go through this box. But this is the color pictures from that, the last 2 million years book. Now, guys, I was going through, I know I said I was going to add this onto, like a thrifty video or something, but we got a few minutes, so check these guys out. And they have stats on the back. So she's 5'1", 100 pounds. Her hair is sunflower yellow, and her irises are hazel. They're criminals, by the way. These are all criminal cards because I found this. Sorry. I ordered these when my kids were young. They're made by Highlights, you know, the Highlights magazine and the search and find picture things. And they're called Top Secret Adventures. And each one is a different country. This is the problem on the Pampas. Let's see. So it comes in here. It comes with a bag that has a puzzle. This has puzzle pieces in it. So like this. You're supposed to put the puzzle together and it gives you information about whatever country you're working with. So I have all these puzzle pieces now, and I think I've seen some videos on using puzzle pieces. I have a stack of these. There's like at least 20 of them. And what I thought was really neat about them is they come with these 2 books. They come with a sheet of these. So there are 6 of these little guys in every one of these packs. And I thought they would make fun little cards. I could fussy cut them out. I mean, they're just fun little characters. And then they have these books. This is a book about Argentina. And the front of every book has this really cool collaged country page. So it's got a little piece of a map and a flag and some pictures that represent the country and then the name of the country on the thing. These look like postcards to me. These look like something you would go into a souvenir shop and buy as a postcard. They're not the right shape exactly, but they would still make an okay postcard. So every single book has a picture like this in the front. And then there's a map showing you where in the world the country is, the flag. And then on this next page, next to a closer map, is some examples of stamps from every country. So more stamps. I now have a ton of stamps, guys. And then there's an example of currency from every country. So I thought these would be neat to cut out to tuck into. I haven't decided if I'm going to just cut the top one out and use it as a little thing to stick in a pocket, or if I'm going to try and cut them both out because they're all layered like that. So it's all one piece on top of another piece. So you can't really get, unless you cut it square and have edges, you can't really get it square. And then throughout the book is just photographs of the country. So if you go through here, you can find pictures that you might collage onto a postcard with each other. Like, for example, I might take this picture and collage it onto a postcard with something in the wilderness, like, where's that picture I just saw? I just saw a picture of green. Anyway, here. So collage it onto a picture with like the jungle, this picture here. But anyway, so you can take this and do all kinds of things with these pictures in here. And then there's this picture with all the characters. Now this was the game book, so to speak. See, there's answers in the back. And you would slowly go through and do the games and use the cards and the puzzle and all the hints. And it has places where it will tell you to go to a page in this book and find a certain word or, you know, whatever. And, but there's tons of great cartoony pictures in here. And by the end, what you're supposed to do is figure out which villain committed whatever the crime was. It might be stealing a national treasure. It might be, it was never anything really horrid or gory because, I mean, it's a kid's book. Usually it was a theft of some sort. But anyway, these are a ton of fun. I just think that there's some of them have really cool pictures to cut out. Some of them not so much. I don't know that I will use some of them. And then, of course, there's the issue of the fact that they're clues, so they all have like these little letters and stuff on them, so I haven't decided how that will work. And then there's this. This is like manila folder material, and it's already glued into a pocket, so I could cover this and sew a signature into here and have a nice little journal. I mean, how much fun is that? And like I said, I've got like 20 of these. So, I just thought I'd share these with you because I thought they were a lot of fun. I mean, we had been saving them for years and my kids just lost interest in them and they weren't doing them. So I have tons of them that I had to unwrap. They were brand new. There's no writing in the books. Some of them are scribbled all through because we did them. And then I have some that are like brand new and have no writing in them. So I thought these would be tons of fun. And I don't know, some of them I'll fussy cut, some of them maybe I won't. Look, Halloween. They do that with some of the names. Some of them they do. Ken Tankerous. See what I mean? And then some of them are just Daisy Lily Violet. She's obviously into flowers. Here's Gaucho Marks. Look at him. So, yeah, a lot of fun with those. And then these are little kids learning bingo sets. They have like these big cards in them, and then these little guys that could be turned into tickets or something. I mean, I could even use them as the base of a ticket, cover up the math problem. So, yeah, just some fun stuff I found to you know, use in journals. I'm sure at some point I will get some ideas for how to use this stuff. Again, this one is a pocket. It's like file folder type. I'm not even going to try. It's like file folder type material. You can see some of them been torn because sometimes I think these pockets don't actually, these little slits don't actually work. There's actually 4 or 5 of these games. So I had math, telling time, ABC. I think I have colors and shapes or something like that. So there's a few of those. All right, guys, on to the big reveal. So I told you I've been working on my first Little Golden book. Now, I thought this was going to be a Halloween book with a haunted, you know, ghost town in it, Ghost Town Adventures. I've made my, this is my spine. I've marked my holes. These stiffened up nicely. Thank you to Stephanie over at Coffee Paper Scissors. I watched her do her cover for the Ginghams, which, by the way, was a beautiful, beautiful journal. I loved it. But she took and ripped the paper up right along the spine here where it's supposed to fold, where it's supposed to be flexible in the Little Golden book. I don't have another one out here. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. We've all seen them. And she took a little strip of chipboard and glued it down that section. And then I just took, because all I did was slit the paper was still there. I had just pushed it aside, glued the piece down, and then I glued the paper down on top of it. I don't know if that helps reinforce it or not, but I did it just because it was there and I needed it out of the way and I didn't feel like trying to trim it all off. But when it dried, it stabilized this cover really nice. So I did that, and I will try and link her video where she makes the cover of her Gingham's journal in the description box so that you can go check that out. She did it to extend, because remember, when you're doing Little Golden books, the pages go all the way out. I mean, they get stapled all the way to the edge. So by doing what she did, you get to salvage the cover the same size as the pages, and you don't have to worry about cutting off words or story or anything like that. Now, I have heard where people use this part that's stapled, that's white, and they trim that part off, or they I don't know what they do because that's the part that holds the signature together. So so that's that. And this is the second signature. I worked on the first signature. Again, Stephanie at Coffee Paper Scissors did the framing idea with the first. She did a page over her first signature page, and she made a frame, and I loved it. I'm stealing all your ideas, Stephanie. But anyway, she did this frame. So I found, when I was reading through this book, I found out it's not totally a creepy story. So these signatures, this is going to be a combination Halloween / almost Thanksgiving or fall harvest journal. And that's because the story is they think they're visiting a ghost town. And when they get there, there's this one little old guy that lives there. And the only thing he's having problems with is rocks in his garden, not ghosts. So they help him grow food, which, hello, first Thanksgiving. So this is going to be kind of a combo journal. But anyway, so I got the frame in, and now I have this page, which has a pocket here and a pocket here, and then it flips out, and there's a little pad in here, and there's a pocket here. Okay. And then this one, I folded up a piece of scrapbook paper, and I've got a pocket here. And I haven't decorated this page yet, but I have these. I thought the bats kind of, the ghosts kind of went with the walking into Ghost Gulch and seeing the creepy, spooky, rundown buildings. I just thought they kind of went. So that's the reason I folded that in that direction. And then the bats, of course, go with the black paper. I haven't decided what I'm going to do up here, but I don't know, leaving it white just seems... Also, I've seen her do page extensions where she folds another piece of scrapbook paper in half. She makes it the width of this to even the page out. Because scrapbook paper, when you fold it in half, is too short for the little golden book pages. I don't know what paper you would use to fold exactly in half, but... and then you open up the hotel because they went to investigate where the music was coming from, and there's all these cobwebs, so we added some spiders. And I had these spider web doilies, which I glued to the inside of this. And then that pad of paper that I glued in came from one of these, which had some ledger pages in it. So I put one of those in there. And then this is from those how to draw books, like this, with the stages on how to draw. This one is a spooky house. It looked like a rundown Western hotel to me. So that's why it ended up in here. And it's my center. There's a tuck spot. I don't know what if I'm going to do anything else with this center. And then back here, there is a flip out. This is a pocket. This is a pocket. So 2 little pockets here. And then this flips out. And I was going to put something on here. I just haven't decided what. I don't know if I want to put another pad there or... Oh, and then when you flip this out, the other half of the ledger paper flips out. So there's the other half of our spider web and our spiders. And here he is in here playing a player piano. Or sitting at a player piano. I don't guess you really have to play them. And then here they are talking to him about the ghost town. And he is proceeding to tell them, it's the other half of this, that there's no ghosts. Okay. Oh, what I glued this to back here in this part. This is glued to an old photo. I don't know if you guys remember when you used to have to develop negatives with a photo company and they would put them in an envelope. This is an old photo envelope. And basically the top flap is glued to this to make this page. And then this is the bottom. I covered it up and it was too close to try and slide stuff in there. So I slit the bottom and made the bottom the pocket. And then I covered it with this wood because it's an old wooden Western town. And then there's our spiders again. Anyway, so he talks about how there's gold found in the town. And this is the end of the first signature. I thought the owls were kind of a cool surprise. I don't, again, know exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to come up with some ideas and figure it out. And then there's a pocket on the back of the signature, which is the other end of this page. And I did this again to extend the page. This was my attempt at a page extension, because this glues in. It's glued to, well, it's glued to the back of this wood page, which is the other part of this page, which I folded unevenly. I didn't fold it in the center. I folded it so that this would be the same size as the golden book. And then, so this end came up shorter than normal. And so I glued another piece of paper to it, and I made a pocket in the back and this flip out in the front, which I just thought the owls were kind of cool to find. I'm going to try and put 3 signatures in this. So the center signature is going to have just papers in it. As you can see, I have not sewn this yet. It seems to all even up. I think I've been cutting as I go. There's a few spots where it's not exactly even. So yeah, I have that signature done. I have to make another signature, and then I have to work on this signature, which is all about them cleaning out his garden. And so I found this drawing page where they take the shape of carrots and draw little carrot people, which I thought was kind of fun. And the other side is also is oranges, but he doesn't grow any oranges. Anyway, so I'll have to trim that down because they are taller than the page when you fold them. But yeah, this is about them helping him grow his garden, and then they find gold and everybody leaves and he's watering his garden. So that's why I looked at this as being the last one in this is going to be kind of harvest-ish. But yeah, that's my start on a little golden book, guys. And, you know, I'll probably do the last signature next, just because it's already got pages and it's easier for me to do that one. Then the middle one is going to be harder, because it's going to be me putting together a bunch of pages that don't go with anything, so to speak. So thanks for sticking with me. I will try and keep you updated on my progress for this little golden book. I have several others that I still want to do. Let me see. I have several. I have this pirate Scooby-Doo one. I found this ghost ship one. And then I have this haunted house one, which isn't a little golden book, but it's one of those other style books that I told you I wanted to start doing. So I have these to do and for Halloween, and I do want to work on like a more Victorian style Halloween journal, gothic type of a thing. So yeah, lots of projects for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you are not interested in how I'm processing things once I show them to you, and I won't do any more of those. I don't know how many more of them I will actually have to do anyway, but I just thought it would be kind of fun for you guys to see where some of the stuff went. And that'll be it for me this time. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Give me a like if you enjoyed this one, and please subscribe and come back for more videos like this, and also some craft videos I'm working on, and haul videos always. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.